What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Swiftly back with another Xdefiant video, and in today's video we're actually going to be talking about a bunch of things: TDM, Mastery Camo, and of course the new Weapon XP update, or whatever you want to talk about, patch or whatever you want to call it, that is going to be coming out to Xdefiant. It is not out just yet. But we'll get to that eventually. For now, in the background, I have some TDM gameplay or whatever, which just came out on the 21st. So by the time this video comes out, TDM should definitely be out already. So you guys can enjoy that. But back to the topic at hand. The Weapon XP and Mastery Camo has been a big complaint in the community. So many people were complaining and, talking about, the Weapon XP nerf / buff, and then, the nerf / buff to the Mastery Camo. I've heard people complain on one side. I heard people complain on the other side. I've heard people in the middle that's kind of, not on the complaining side of one thing and not on the complaining side of the other thing. I would say my opinion kind of falls somewhere on the middle, which I'll get to. But originally, the XP levels were 3,500 XP for primaries, and then I believe it was 1,500 XP for secondaries. The first nerf brought primaries down to 3,000 XP, and then it brought secondaries down to 1,000 XP. But they also increased the level of the Mastery Camos from 50 for bronze, 75 for silver, and 100 for gold to 100 for bronze, 150 for silver, and 200 for gold. Outrage, anger, complaints, yada, yada, yada by the community. Now, me personally, my only grief with this, personally, my opinion, not saying anybody else's, just for me, was that the nerf to Weapon XP wasn't worth what we gave up in return for them increasing the Mastery Camo. You know what I'm saying? 500 XP nerf for primary Weapon XP just wasn't enough for them to double the amount of levels needed for the Mastery Camos, in my opinion. Like that's not a 1-for-1 or even a 50-50 like kind of compromise. It was more like a 10 to 70 compromise, if you will. And that was like my major issue. I'm cool with them putting gold camo up to 200, but I did feel like the nerf should have been from 3,500 to maybe 2,500. At that point, you're talking about a whole 10 kills that you took off of, the level grind, which to me would have been fair. At 2,500 XP, or even down to 2,000 XP, I thought that would have been, fair and well worth them raising the Mastery Camos up to 200, because I'm not just thinking about regular XP, but I'm also thinking about with double XP and quadruple XP with using your weapon boosters, how much faster those levels would have been. Now, Mark Rubin, the executive producer of Xdefiant, has come out and he's even tweeted, and he said that they're going to be making even more changes. They're going to be dropping the XP down from 3,000 XP all the way down to 1,500 XP per level, which is amazing. That's way more than I anticipated. I honestly thought that they would go from 3,000 to like maybe 2,000 or 2,500, but to go all the way down to 1,500 to more than half the weapon level XP needed for each level is amazing. Definitely amazing, and it's much more than I anticipated. And if I'm being honest, I think for an above average player, that might be a little much, because you're going to be grinding out these weapons and levels really fast. But the problem that people have is that they aren't looking at this from the perspective of other players. Now, I'm looking at this as an above average player. You know what I'm saying? I'm around a 1.8, 1.9 KDR player. So it's going to be a little bit easier for me. If I'm averaging 35 kills a game, it's going to be a lot easier for me to level up. You're not looking at this through the perspective of, the odds of someone who works 50, 60, 80-hour work weeks. You're not looking at this from somebody who has multiple kids that they have to take care of, someone who has, elderly parents or sick family members that they have to take care of, that they don't have a bunch of time to just sit and grind out the game. People who have other responsibilities, maybe they're on a sports team, maybe they have other hobbies they engage in, just maybe they have other things that they have to do, maybe they just want to play a different game. They want to play Elden Ring new DLC, or Elder Scrolls Online new DLC, Destiny 2 new DLC, or a new game is coming out and they want to play this instead of just grinding mindlessly on Xdefiant. I'm just looking at this from different perspectives other than just my own. Even though Xdefiant is like the only game that I'm playing right now, you still have to look at it from those other people's perspectives, because you're not the only one that's playing Xdefiant. There are other people who play this game and they play other things and they want to be able to play other things. I think that was one of the things that attracted a lot of people to a game like Fortnite, was that you could pick it up, play it. You didn't have to just only play Fortnite. You were able to pick it up, play it, drop it, play COD, play 2K, play this, play Madden, play FIFA, play Bloodborne or whatever, and then just hop back on and grind out and play, Fortnite. And that's what a lot of people liked about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to just be glued to your seat, grinding Xdef for 12 hours a day like a streamer or YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there's just outright bad players who just aren't as good as you, or as good as me, or as good as a streamer or a YouTuber. Someone, can play 4 to 5 or even 12 hours a day. They're just not that good, or they just don't have the time to play. At 1500 XP per level, that is extremely fair to them. Not just to those who play other games and have other responsibilities and hobbies, but also for people that, like I said, just aren't good. They can only get 10 kills a match, or 12 kills a match, or 15 kills a match, or whatever. It's not fair to just say, oh, well, screw them. I get 40 kills a match. I don't care about the dude who gets 12 kills a match, but you don't realize the dude that you're killing for you to get 40 kills is that dude that's getting only 10 kills a match. So you need that dude to, make the community, make the games, and, everything else flow, So I think it's, and they're not going to want to play the game if they can't get attachments, they can't get kills. So I think that's something that's extremely important that people just also need to, grasp and understand and comprehend, that a lot of people don't. And I see it on Twitter, I see it on Reddit, I see it in the YouTube comments. People don't just, it's like everybody's incapable of just viewing this from a different perspective other than their own. Now, for me, the bigger picture, for this entire thing is that not only that the mastery camo grind is also faster after this new update, because they're going to make, so that's a W all around for everyone. Casual players, dudes who grind the game nonstop, and everybody else in between. And I don't see anybody mad at this update. And to me, that's what a good update looks like. You know what I mean? That's what a good compromise looks like. But more importantly, I think the most important thing about all of this, and their response, because I know a lot of people like, oh man, this game, like, they just made this change and now they're making another change, and people are saying how the game is inconsistent. No. This is what you should be taking from this. The most important thing about this update is that this is what listening to your player base and fan base looks like. Okay, that's the most important thing that we should be taking from this, is that they're actually fucking listening to us. You know what I'm saying? And they're not just listening to pro players or competitive players or ranked players and making changes based on fucking Warzone like COD does. They're listening to everybody who will post a tweet, everybody who will leave a comment. Everybody's voices is being heard. So it's a good thing, I think it's just an amazing thing, because if you tried to get Activision or EA or some other dev to listen to you, that this isn't working or this is too much and that we don't want this, we should have this instead or whatever, they wouldn't care. They probably just shrug it off and just go and increase the price of bundles in the store or something. Drop some new anime skin or add like a Kendrick Lamar, Cardi B bundle or some bullshit into the game, instead of listening to what the people are saying they don't want or want in the game. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the big things that we really should be looking at and saying, like, just, wow, this is amazing that we actually have devs or a company that's willing to actually listen to our voices, man. So let me know down in the comment what you guys think about the new weapon XP buffs and nerfs that are going to be dropping sometime next week in the game. It's me, your boy Swiftly. I'm out, y'all. Peace.